He should have said. I mean, he's been speaking.
Asking you, how do you know he hasn't?
He hasn't, because I also speak to colleagues who are in the cabinet.
But they have taken the oath of secrecy on issues conversed in cabinet. They don't.
But he has come out to defy that oath of secrecy.
No. He's talking about what he thinks is going wrong in the country.
There is nothing secret about raising an issue in the cabinet.
Just hold on. I mean, you and I don't sit in cabinet. I'm just asking you a question that you're claiming he has not pursued it in cabinet, and I'm asking you, how would you know? Because
I'm telling you, Sam. I'm young in politics, but there are things that I read through when I see individuals on certain quarters trying to raise them. And when I see CS Muturi going to the mortuary, when I see CS Muturi raising this matter of abductions in a press conference, when I see CS Muturi and his attitude of late, I know what is happening politically. Okay. He simply is a man who is daring the president to fire him. And I'll tell you this before I close, that he has called for it. And you will see it. In a week or two, CS Muturi will be home.
He'll be fired?
He will be fired.
How do you know that?
I know. I am telling you, asked me questions before, and I'm telling you, he has called for it. He has pinched the president's nose, and I can tell you for sure, he is a man going home. It can even be today.
That must hurt. Mheshimiwa Mureo.
Now, mwingine unaweza shindwa kwamba kwani nini inaendelea haswa kwenye nchi yetu ya Kenya, haswa kwa viongozi ama hao viongozi wakati ambapo wanazungumza wakijua kila ambacho wanakisema ama nini. Nimemsikia Koech, Nelson Koech akisema kwamba 2027 mnamo mwaka 2027 William Samoei Ruto hata kuwa na any competitor. Yani anasema kwamba amejaribu kuangalia mtu ambaye anaweza akakompete na William Samoei Ruto na hajaona kabisa.
Manufacture. I am telling you here on this TV that William Ruto has no competitor in the next general election save for his own manifesto. No competitor. I can tell you that.
That's already rigging.
I am telling you, it's not rigging. Because I do not see anyone
with
an agenda that can sell. Who is going to compete? Is it going to be Kalonzo? Is it going to be Rigiji? Is it going to be... Who is going to run? First of all...
When is the election?
2027.
When is the campaign season?
It should start 2026, end of 2026 in Kenya.
No. Yeah. It starts in May 2027.
Okay, but I can tell you...
So why all these mobilization events we've been seeing across different parts of the country?
There is no mobilization.
Oh, you haven't seen them?
No.
Did you hear the president say that how tutawashinda masubuhi na mapema?
It is true.
Isn't that about the election of 2027?
No. The president was in Western Kenya for in fact, he's going to Northeastern this week. He was in Western Kenya. He's just rolling out his development agenda. There is absolutely no politics. Our friends are already panicking. Let me tell you, Sam, and I tell you these things many times. No one in the team that I see now, unless there is someone new who is going to come, no one can beat William Samoei Ruto. I can tell you, because you have a group of people. Another one is a horrible tribalist. The other one has no agenda. He has nothing written on his face. In the entire time he was in government of more than 30 years, not a single thing can you say that he ever initiated. Zero. The other one was, all these abductions that happened, Rivayala killings. And I don't want to say names because I do not want to have them to give them the platform to enjoy them being debated on national TV because they are not there yet. So I'm telling you, the only other formidable person will have been Raila Amolo Odinga. These other ones.
And who tells he won't run?
We will make mincemeat of all these ones.
Some, if you allow me.
No. That point that you said that one of them was involved in Rivayala or was in charge during Rivayala.
You know the people who stole from Ruaraka. You know the Ruaraka land scandal.
Let's talk about Rivayala.
Yes.
So what should happen to such officials?
People should be taken to court.
Unasikia nauliza kwamba tujaribu tukuangalia. Kalonzo Musyoka anaweza kumshinda William Ruto, anasema hapana. Rigathi Gachagua anaweza kumshinda William Ruto, anasema hapana. So ni kama anajaribu kusema kwamba hakuna mtu yote ambaye atapingana naye William Samoei Ruto. Na unakumbuka watu kama Oscar Sudi wakisema kwamba iwapo kura zao hazitatosha, basi wataiba kura. Wataangalia jinsi ambavyo wanajaza vikapu iwapo kura zao hazitafika ile kiwango ama target ambayo pengine wanaweza kuwa wanataka. So ujua mimi nashindwa kabisa. Na hao viongozi ambao wakati mwingine wanaenda kwenye televisheni kufanyiwa interview. kwa nini wanapenda sana kujigamba, yani kujipiga kifua? Wanaona kwamba hao wamefika kabisa. Jambo lingine ambalo nimesikia akisema, anasema kwamba anazungumza kuhusu ili swala lake Muturi bado. Na sijui kwa nini hao watu bado wanazungumza hii mambo ya Muturi. Unasikia anasema kwamba Muturi atatolewa afisini na William Samoei Ruto. Na anaambiwa vizuri kwamba na Sam Gituku kwamba okay, so unasema kwamba angezungumza na baadhi ya viongozi ambao wako kwenye serikali wanamsupport, na anasema kwamba Muturi kwenda, wewe Sam jua anashindwa, makosa iko wapi? Muturi kwenda kwenye mochari kwenda kuona wale watu ambao wamekufa ni makosa kubwa. Muturi kwenda kuzungumza na media kuhusu abductions ni shida kubwa, kwa sababu Muturi alizungumzia, Wetangula alizungumzia, Martha Koome akakuja kazungumzia, bado anaona ni shida kubwa sana.
The national police and the security infrastructure. But of course then there are people, I think Honorable Ichunga is addressing the people who want to have this milk this for political reasons. In my view,
what political reasons?
In my view, CS Muturi is playing to the gallery. In very CS, he is so privileged that first of all, CS Muturi is not just an ordinary CS. Before, he was sitting in the highest body, National Security NSAC, National Security Committee, where he sits,
the National Security Council.
National Security Council, sorry, yeah. National Security Council. Mm-hmm. CS Muturi is a personal friend to the president. Mm-hmm. If there were any challenges, it should not have taken him 6 months to come and explain himself. Number two, you can see the boldness that he has. First of all, he's refused to attend cabinet meetings. He is deliberately defying.
What do you mean he's refused to attend cabinet
meetings? He said he was not invited. I don't know how ministers are invited to attend cabinet meetings.
You're doubting him?
I am, of course, doubting him.
He's the member of the cabinet. He's not invited.
I also speak to members of cabinet. I understand what happens behind what is spoken. Uh-huh. I know CS Muturi wants to make a political mileage out of all this situation. I understand there are very genuine cases. There are very genuine people who want this case sorted. I don't see it in CS Muturi. CS Muturi simply is a man who is daring the president to fire him. He is a man who wants to make a political capital out of a situation. He is a man who, if he was moral enough, because he's a lawyer, he should have resigned if he does not want to work with this government. If you feel that this government is inadequate, if you feel that this government does not meet your expectation as an individual and that of the country as a cabinet secretary, because you are lucky to be amongst the 22 who are the apex of the executive,
so
resign.
Because he's lucky, he keeps quiet when he witnesses there are things going wrong?
He shouldn't. He has a forum to speak. He has a forum to speak to the president. They sit in the cabinet. Why don't you raise it in the cabinet and say, Your Excellency the President, we have a problem. How do we sort out this issue of abductions? Because I understand his frustration as well. But where he comes, and there are cases. I mean, I saw the Chief Justice raise the same issue. I saw Wetangula Speaker raise the same issue over the weekend. Those are unbiased people who are raising with serious concerns.
So let's listen to what they say so that you tell me what unbiased means.
These people being abducted, if they are suspected of even committing the worst crime, murder or terrorism, though they should be brought to court and charged. They should not be held incommunicado.
The police say they are not the ones doing it. We want them to investigate and tell Kenyans who are these criminal elements in our midst, who are unlawfully arresting people, causing their disappearance, and eventually they are found dead.
All right, but also, CS Muturi had said this.
Mm-hmm. We sit somewhere claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for? We must, this matter needs to be taken with the seriousness that it deserves.
Right, so Mheshimiwa Koech, quickly, what is the problem here? Because CJ Koome is condemning the same thing.
Can you see the
Speaker Wetangula is condemning the same thing.
CJ, these two, the other two are running independent arms of government. Okay, this one is in the executive. He directly sits with the president. He should have raised. I have not seen Honorable Muturi say today during our cabinet meeting, I did raise the issue of abduction. I wish he can come out and say, I raised it before the president. But instead, running to mortuaries, running for press conferences.
How do you know he hasn't?
He should have said. I mean, he's been speaking.
Asking you, how do you know he hasn't?
He hasn't, because I also speak to colleagues who are in the cabinet.
But they have taken the oath of secrecy on issues conversed in cabinet. They don't.
But he has come out to defy that oath of secrecy.
No. He's talking about what he thinks is going wrong in the country.
There is nothing secret about raising an issue in the cabinet.
Just hold on. I mean, you and I don't sit in cabinet. I'm just asking you a question that you're claiming he has not pursued it in cabinet, and I'm asking you, how would you know? Because
I'm telling you, Sam. I'm young in politics, but there are things that I read through when I see individuals on certain quarters trying to raise them. And when I see CS Muturi going to the mortuary, when I see CS Muturi raising this matter of abductions in a press conference, when I see CS Muturi and his attitude of late, I know what is happening politically. Okay. He simply is a man who is daring the president to fire him. And I'll tell you this before I close, that he has called for it. And you will see it. In a week or two, CS Muturi will be home.
He'll be fired?
He will be fired.
How do you know that?
I know. I am telling you, you asked me questions before, and I'm telling you, he has called for it. He has pinched the president's nose, and I can tell you for sure, he is a man going home. It can even be today.
That must hurt. Mheshimiwa Mureo.
Now,
watu kama hawa kina Koech ndio watamharibia William, wanazidi kumharibia William Samoei Ruto. Na nilisema hii jambo na bado nitazidi kusema kwamba William Ruto anafaa kuangalia wale watu ambao anajua anaachilia wanaenda kwenye televisheni kufanyiwa interview ama kumtetea, kwa sababu wanaenda pale na wanazidi tu kumwaibisha. Sasa mtu kama huyu ni aibu kubwa tu, na unasikia mpaka hawezi akampa Sam Gituku nafasi. Sam Gituku anamwambia kwamba mimi sijai kuwa nawe kwenye bunge.
Sasa Muturi amekasirika, anataka kujua ni nani alishika mtoto wake. Wengine wameanza kusema Muturi must resign, Muturi must be sacked. Shame on you. How do you sack a father kwa sababu he's concerned about abduction of his child? Ndio ningependa kumwambia President Ruto, usisikize wale ambao wanasema umwachishe Justin Muturi kazi kama waziri. Kitu ya maana yenye utafanya, ukubali kwamba ukiona watu wakiuliza maswali kuhusu abduction, sio kwamba wanasema serikali ndio inatenda hiyo. Wanasema wewe kama president, chukua jukumu kama president wetu uhakikishe maneno ya abduction ifanye nini? Ishi. Tazo, I mean, even if I'm the president of Kenya tomorrow, you will expect me to stop abductions. Otherwise, mtakuwa mmenipigia kura ya nini? And therefore, I stand with the president to support him positively. Naona vijana wadogo, akina Kimani Ichung'wah, sijui nani, ndio wanaambia president ati mwaka petroli kwa moto, fukuza Justin Muturi. No. Muturi is speaking on behalf of millions of Kenyans wenye wanataka maneno ya abduction ikwishe.